Is Torchy's Tacos the best taco chain in the country? The green chili pork taco is famous and lives up to the hype, but the amount of items missing from our order could fill a lost and found box.
The Texas forward atmosphere made me feel like home, but I did not enjoy finding out I don't know how to pronounce Cotija cheese.
The churros gave me a sugary out-of-body experience most people would just refer to as the shakes, but country music? Yucky! As a Los Angeles resident of almost 14 years, this Texas boy is conflicted about how I prefer my tacos. Does the Texan approach to street tacos hold a candle to the quote-unquote more authentic food trucks of Southern California? Stay tuned. This is the Fine Dining Podcast.
Your table is ready. Take a seat. The flavor of the day is mediocrity. Wouldn't you like to try a bite? Guarantee it'll be the perfect bite. Fine dining. Better than you thought, worse than you hoped. Fine dining. We don't treat mediocre as a joke. Ranking every single place we've been. Compared to the perfect 5 out of 10.
Hello, and welcome back to Fine Dining, the quest to compare all restaurants to Chili's. I'm your host, Michael Ornelas, and this is the first podcast ever to coronate Chili's as the most mediocre restaurant in America and is therefore the perfect litmus test of any other restaurant's quality. By the end of the episode, we will answer the question everyone was wondering when that guy was legally declared dead for 16 minutes and came back claiming he met Jesus. Is Torchy's Tacos better than Chili's? Today, we're going to tell you everything that was good, not good, and just there about our meal at Torchy's before we give a score at the end of the episode. And joining me today to discuss Torchy's is the owner and operator of arguably the most cramped rental space I've ever lived, as she carried me in her womb for 9 months.
Aww.
It's my own mother, Sue Ornelas.
Hi, Michael. It's so great to be back and talking about a hometown restaurant today, Torchy's.
Yeah. Torchy's.
Yeah.
Because I visited you and we ate at a Torchy's in Austin, but I wanted you to record on my set here. So it's about a month removed from our actual meal. Our memory might be a little bit foggy, but we did take notes.
Yes, we did.
So without further ado, let's just jump into it and talk about everything that we thought was good about eating at Torchy's Tacos.
This is good, done like it should be. The stuff that's finger licking, a stick in the landing. This is good, I knew that you could. This is good.
Ordering kiosks being optional will always be good, in my opinion. I like being able to order from a person.
I agree.
Yeah.
Technology and I are not good friends.
I know. You were trying to take a picture of me recently on your phone. And for as much as you use your phone, I am flabbergasted by how every time you take a picture.
How I was challenged?
Every time you take a picture, which is often, is like the first time you're taking a picture.
Aww. Oh, it's very special.
Like, I don't think you approach it with a confidence of like, I know for sure what to do.
Seriously? And that's something I think I really know.
All right, taking a video, I mean.
Yes.
Which is functionally the same as taking a picture with just one left swipe.
Yeah. The red dot, not good for taking a picture, right?
See, this is what I'm talking about. Anyways, so not having to order at the kiosk is great. We ordered with a guy. And he was very friendly. Yeah. He was very helpful.
Young man. Restaurant wasn't too crowded, so I felt like we had time.
Yeah.
To think about our order.
And told him up front, hey, none of these tacos are going to have cheese on them.
That's
right. And he was like, cool, I'll take care of you. I'll make sure that none of them do. He did forget to take cheese off of one thing, which I will get to in the not good. But we ordered a lot. I'm going to say everything we got.
Okay.
Now, even though not all of it is going to be in the good. We got the threesome, which is awkward.
There were 3 of us.
When I'm there with my girlfriend and my mom, to be like, we'll get the threesome. I don't love saying that. But it is basically their chip and dip plate. It comes with a bunch of chips, and the threesome is salsa, guacamole, and queso. The salsa is a tomatillo, so it's like a green salsa verde type thing.
Yep.
The chips are like much better Tostitos in terms of they're not too thick, but they hold up strong to the guacamole in terms of like they're not breaking off.
Yeah.
When I think Tostitos, I don't think flimsy.
I agree.
Right.
Flavor's another.
Flavor's a different thing. This is a better, but like texture is structure is a thing you kind of have to relay when talking about different Mexican restaurants' chips, because a lot of them have different philosophies. Some are thicker, some are thinner, some are like wispier and flakier, some are like very strong. So just to give a point of comparison texturally, Tostitos, I think, is a good comparison. Then we got the Wrangler, which is a breakfast taco.
Yep.
We got the Democrat, which is a beef barbacoa. We got the green chili pork, which was a carnitas-based one. We got the street corn without cheese. We got the Baja shrimp taco.
Yep.
And we got the Brushfire, which is a Jamaican jerk chicken. But I essentially wanted to get a taco from each protein category. So the shrimp one, the chicken one, the beef one, the carnitas one, and the breakfast one.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's everything. What did you like the most?
The one thing that I have thought about the most,
in the week since we ate there,
honestly, is the street corn.
Okay.
And I know you had them hold the cheese,
withhold the cheese,
so it just would have been even better.
Okay.
But that is the number one thing
that has been on your mind that you've craved.
I guess surprised me, since it had been a long time since I had had it.
Sure. We could talk about the street corn for a bit. This was like charred. There was like a little bit of like smokiness on it. It was very fiery tasting to me. Not in terms of heat level, but in terms of like flavor. It tasted smoky.
Yes.
The aioli on it was really memorable. Really good.
It was. And I love aioli. But one of, I guess, my favorite flavors across the board, whether it's a beverage or eating, is lime.
Oh,
So anything that has a squeeze of lime, it's just perfect.
Just better.
Which is why some of these tacos we're going to talk about
scored well or didn't.
Scored very well.
Yeah.
If there was a lime component for me.
I actually think for Mexican food, a squeeze of lime enhances everything.
Yeah.
I really enjoy Mexican food. I am part Mexican. So even like my dad's flautas, which I have not ever squeezed lime onto, I don't think, I imagine would be so much better.
That's a great observation, Michael, because we have never done that.
You should do lime carnitas, like with
But I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. I went 7 out of 10 on the street corn. I did like it. I don't think it was like a great dish, but I think it was a very good dish.
I believe it was one of my highest scores. Because the fact that I have continued to think about it after we left, for me, it's in that 9 category.
Okay.
And I've had a bit of different, they call them, I think.
Elote.
What does that mean?
That's the street corn dish.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
which they don't call it that at Torchy's. At Torchy's, they call it street corn at Torchy's.
That's what confused me. But it is one of the better ones I've had, like ever. And it's a great compliment to all these different tacos we're going to talk about.
Yeah. And I feel like there was like I don't know if it was paprika, but there was some seasoning on it as well that I thought was very good.
Okay.
I did have the threesome in the good as well. Despite the fact that it was salsa, guac, and queso. I'm not touching queso. We know that. We know that about me. The guac also came with cheese on it. And I did not realize that Torchy's is where I started getting my guac distrust.
Oh, interesting.
Because I've ordered guac so much the past few years in California. And every time I'm like, you don't put cheese on it. And everyone is like, why would I put cheese on it? And I'm like, I don't know, but it's been done. And I could not remember who did it.
Who done it?
Torchy's done it.
Torchy's done it. That
Torchy's
devil.
is why I'm always hesitant when it comes to guac. I was like, why is there cheese on it?
So interesting.
And so having that confirmation and realizing that that's where that came from.
The origin of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they brought out another guac and they like supersized it.
Yeah.
This is not in the, I'm going to say it here because whatever, organization is arbitrary. But I think when you're trying to fix something from a customer service standpoint, I understand the inclination to give a larger portion of the thing that you're fixing. But we got so much food that I didn't view it as a positive to know that this pool of guac, most of it's going to go to waste.
True.
Because just from a portion standpoint, I don't have the appetite to eat that extra amount that you're giving me.
Yeah.
I would ask if you're thinking about doing it and you think it's a kind gesture, ask the person and they might be like, that's so kind of you. I really appreciate it. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
And then take that as truth.
Yeah.
Because giving more food that won't be eaten is just food waste.
This is true. They could have ordered or offered me a margarita.
Or they could have just been like, we'll take one of the things off your bill.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the better way. And by the way, I don't even think we were owed that. Like, I'm not I don't have a problem sending back food, but I never have an entitlement that like you have to make this right because you brought something out wrong. I don't care that you bring it wrong. I do care if it then takes forever to like bring the corrected food.
Right.
Because I've been there where it's like, oh, my burger had cheese on it and now it's 25 minutes before my food shows up and everyone's done eating. Yeah. That I don't like.
Yeah.
But I will never be mad that you got the order wrong, or in this case, I didn't even know it would have cheese. So they brought it technically as we had asked.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they did.
But it's just an insane way to make it.
Yeah.
Is to put cheese on it.
Yeah.
And what kind of cheese?
Cotija.
Cotija.
I am learning a new word.
You and Joyce were just so like, why are you saying Cojita weird? I'm like, it's Cotija.
But forever. It's been Cojita.
No, it hasn't.
I know.
Cotija.
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 Got it.
The chips were good. They're not too thick. They held up to the guac. So I did put the Threesome at an 8 out of 10.
Okay. And
I love their salsa.
By the way, I know you're not touching the queso.
Yeah.
The queso was great.
Was it the green chili queso? Because that's what they're known for.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And I do love queso, but this, and by the way, I make pretty good queso, but this was really good. What I was disappointed with in the Threesome was the chips.
Really?
Their standard chip, from the texture standpoint you mentioned, yes, if it can pick up a thick queso, that's great. The flavor to me, or the texture, something was a little bit off.
Did you want more oil?
I wanted it.
And not in like a gross way.
No, but I did want it crispier.
Okay.
So your dad makes
maybe the best chips.
The best chips.
Yeah.
So I have that bar. And I don't expect, I think we only have one restaurant that even comes close.
Right.
It's not
no,
this one.
I do think he makes the best tortilla chips I've had.
Yeah, they're great. So this, for me, in the chip was at best a 5. But the queso.
But the Threesome as a whole package.
I was putting it at 7.5.
Okay. Yeah. I like the chips, but I just like chips.
Yeah,
I think that's the thing where it's just like, unless they're terrible, I'm probably going to be fooled into being satisfied enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could just add more salsa.
Yeah, exactly. From a decor standpoint,
yeah,
I liked being in here. There's a big like bulb lettering that says damn good above the soda machines. There's some interesting lights hanging down. Like I mentioned last week, there's a pitchfork for a door handle, which with their little cherubic devil mascot, I think is really good attention to detail. Everything was clean. Everything was nice and open.
Yeah.
This location had a bar. I will say the TV was like, we're out of service until like 2 weeks from now.
Which I believe is why it was so quiet in there. Because that particular bar, and I've been into that location before, it really is the heartbeat of that place. It has a beautiful outdoor patio. One thing I think Torchy's is known for is the huge live oak that shades the outdoor patios at numerous locations. I think that's kind of one of their things.
Yeah.
I like the drift. I think it's driftwood paneling on the walls. So it does feel very Texas-like and a little vintage.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the nature of their mascot, too, is because it looks like one of those, it looks like a tattoo design that I would associate with like that 50s like rockabilly look.
Yeah.
It's a very distinct fashion choice. I think it's Sailor Jerry is the art style. But yeah, so their mascot looks vintage of that era.
Okay.
So I think that's a proper observation. I had 3 tacos in the good.
Okay.
I had the Wrangler. It's a breakfast taco with egg, brisket, and tots. Tomatillo. The texture of the brisket was crispy in such a nice way.
I love that. The edges crispy.
It wasn't too soft. It was the crispy edges, and it was just like a nice texture, little not crunchy. It wasn't too much, but it was juicy as well. I have really been getting into a brisket breakfast taco.
Yeah.
I think brisket and eggs go together so well in a flour tortilla, which this was a flour tortilla. I went 8 out of 10 on the Wrangler.
Okay. I was pretty close. And the only reason I wasn't at an 8, I was at a 7.6 here, Michael, was we had a lot of items and everything wasn't real hot.
Yeah, because we take pictures and video. And
we do. And I
it takes
think,
a minute.
Eggs are one thing that have to be hot.
Yeah.
So I think that's what pulled mine down a little bit. But I think the components of the ingredient or, the taco were great.
Yeah. And that brisket, I mean, you're getting brisket in Texas. It's like most places do brisket at least decently in Texas.
And brisket doesn't have to be hot.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have another one of the tacos in good that you want to talk about?
The Democrat is my favorite.
Yeah. The Democrat is beef barbacoa, avocado, cilantro, onions, tomatillo, lime on corn tortilla.
Yeah.
I thought the barbacoa was not as tasty as the smoked brisket, but it was good. I thought it was slightly too tart because of the lime.
Oh, and I like that component.
But lime is like, I like the citrus of lime. I don't always love if it warps other things, because like this felt like an especially tart lime.
Okay.
Because there's a spectrum that a lime can be, and this one felt like a little too tart.
Yeah.
I love lime on a taco.
Yeah.
I thought that this impacted it a little too much for me. I went 6.5 out of 10.
I'm a solid 9.
Yeah.
So we're, this is right up at some of my favorite tacos.
Really?
Period.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah.
It's got all the components I love. There are some people who like cilantro and some that don't. I appreciate it.
Sure. And I do like cilantro. This is one where if I'm not even changing ingredients, just if the dynamics of that lime had been a little differently, this could have gone way further with me. I also just beef barbacoa isn't a go-to for me.
Yeah.
Like I would prefer a beef brisket over barbacoa 10 times out of 10.
Well, I'm not normally a barbacoa fan, but this particular taco is really strong for me.
And then the other one that I had in good,
Mm-hmm.
because I did have the Democrat in good,
Mm-hmm.
just because I didn't love it as much as you, doesn't mean I didn't like it,
Mm-hmm.
nor doesn't mean I don't recommend it, because I do. But the green chili pork.
You cannot go wrong with that taco.
I remember seeing an article about this taco on the wall, framed from,
Mhm.
I think, the Austin Chronicle, at the Torchy's that I would go to on the UT campus. This is the one that I would get in college. This was my first rub with carnitas ever.
Mhm.
Just everything works so well. It was cold when we got it, and it was still really tender and flavorful. And this one, I thought that the lime went really far. I thought that the lime complemented this one way more than the Democrat. I literally said the lime carried this one.
Okay.
Not carried it, but, you know, it
Enhanced it.
and carnitas are just such a tender, juicy meat. I love carnitas.
Love carnitas.
I will never not get carnitas among other options.
Yeah.
You know? So this one, I went 8 out of 10.
Okay. And I'm right there with you on that one.
Yeah. I think this is a great taco.
It is a great taco.
And if it had been like hot when we got it, this could have been like 9.5.
And I agree. It would. I think all of these tacos in particular
Get an extra point or so.
And
just being hot.
Mhm.
Yeah. The green chili pork taco.
And again, this wasn't their fault. We had so much food. It wasn't served cold. It was just that we had so much to taste.
Yeah, we had a lot to get to. And we're like splitting it, so we're like cutting it. And then the last thing that I have in the good is the churros.
Oh, okay.
I thought these churros were so delicious. Now, this is one where like a negative becomes a positive. They forgot them.
They did.
So when we got them, they were piping hot.
I will agree. And we had so much food. They just would have been sitting there that whole time. So I agree that tardiness was a positive for us.
So I wrote, these were hot, fresh, crisp exterior, soft inside with a great gooey caramel dip. 9 out of 10. I have such a sweet tooth that like, this went so far. And I'm always so hesitant with churros because they're always stale. But when they're not, they're so good.
So I love the churro. It was a little too thin for me. One thing I like about a churro is when there's a little bit of softness in the middle.
I wrote that I thought this had that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I only have it as a 7.
Was it like too crispy or something?
It was more crisp than, and I don't want to say gooey because I don't want a gooey churro, but I do want almost that little donut feel on the middle.
Yeah.
And the inside, not fried through.
Huh. I
So
feel like you're
maybe it was
describing the
mine.
experience I had.
Yeah.
Like the thing you're saying you prefer is what I felt I got.
Okay.
But I mean, that also speaks to consistency across product, right? You know, not every churro bite is going to be perfect.
This is true. We might have had 2 different churros. But
I mean, we definitely did because we didn't like Lady and the Tramp it.
we were cutting some things up.
Yeah.
That I think Michael decided he gets a whole churro.
No.
That would never happen.
Do you have anything else in the good?
I do.
Do you have one more taco?
I do.
All right. None of my other tacos are in good, but which one for you?
It's the Brushfire.
Okay, so the Brushfire, it's Jamaican jerk chicken, grilled jalapenos, diced mango, cilantro, flour tortilla, Diablo sauce. I'll say this. I had it at a 6 out of 10, which is the cusp between good and just there. I think given my flavor profile preferences, I nudge this down to just there. But I can understand how it's good because literally that score is the cusp score for me. So what did you really like about it?
So in the same exact reasoning you had, I love sour cream.
Oh,
and mango with a spice like the jerk that was in this one was the perfect cooling complement and sweet complement. I have it at an 8.
You have it at an 8?
I do.
Gotcha.
So I was surprised because having been to Jamaica many years ago, jerk chicken just almost so hot, I couldn't taste it because the heat came through first.
Yeah.
This had the cooling elements with it. The mango, the sour cream, I think was a perfect combination. So I was surprised that I had this as high as I did, but I did have it
Okay.
in that category.
And you went 8.
I did.
I'll talk about my opinions on it
Okay.
later.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's everything that's good. We're going to jump into everything that was not good about our visit at Torchy's Tacos.
This is not so good. I'm not quite sure about it. Could have done without it. The stuff that brings down the mood. This is just not very good.
I think it's just matter of fact. It's not even that I felt emotional about it, but I just have to factually point out how much was missing from this order is just not good.
No.
You know? And they were very helpful with getting our things.
Yeah.
They didn't have an attitude. They were blaming the kitchen, which I don't like giving me a scapegoat.
Right.
Be one well-oiled machine, buck stops here kind of thing. I don't like it when it's like, oh, well, it's not my fault. It's this guy's fault. As a customer, I don't really care whose fault it is. I'm not mad about it. I just want the food.
Yeah.
I don't really need a reason. Now, the longer it goes, maybe then I would need a reason. But I don't know. I'm not mad enough to warrant you telling me hey, Mitch doesn't have his shit together or, whatever. I don't need that.
Well, again, it was a quiet evening and I don't know how many people are back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But I always would assume there's 2.
Yeah. And
I know based on there was only a handful of tables in the restaurant of people
that were occupied,
that there should have been one person basically taking care of our order because we ordered so much.
Yeah.
That I don't think there should have been as many errors as there was.
Right. And then there was the cheese on the guac thing, which it's they were very kind.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh, I overlooked that. I got all of your tacos, no cheese. Let me get you a guac, no cheese, and then upgraded us in size. So it's again, they were helpful. And by the way, there were plenty of workers there. I think I saw 7 different people that worked for Torchy's there.
How many do you think actually are in the kitchen?
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't. But our order alone was probably half of the food being prepared in the whole restaurant.
At that moment,
At
for
that
sure.
moment.
Yeah. So, I wasn't mad about it. And honestly, getting stuff later did help with the pacing of some stuff being warmer.
Yeah.
But it's just objectively them not having it all together.
Yeah.
And then I know this isn't a negative for you, but just country music as their playlist. I'm just I don't need this.
It's Texas.
It's Texas. But I grew up there and I don't like country music.
Well,
so
I love it.
I know you do.
Yeah. Sorry.
What did you have in the not good? That's literally all of mine was just the pacing on that.
There was more positives than negatives for sure.
Yeah.
So I think the pacing of the food was the major hiccup. But that being said, if from the get-go we could have said, you know what, every 5 minutes or every couple
But that's a big ask because this isn't.
It is.
This isn't a chain. This isn't a casual restaurant. This isn't like an Outback where it is the waiter's job to pace bringing stuff out. This is fast casual. You order it all and you get it all.
Yeah.
That is the structure of this type of dining.
Yeah.
So pacing is more on us. Should we order 2 tacos, then go order 2 more, then go order 2 more? That would certainly be a hassle. So we didn't. But it's kind of on you in a fast casual setting to pace your own food.
Okay.
It would be very presumptuous of us to be like, can you bring it out like this?
I agree. No, I get it.
Yeah.
As they prepare it, they bring it out. But overall, it would have been really nice to have.
It would have been better. Yeah.
Hot food.
Yeah.
Again, with them forgetting a couple items, it turned out to be a benefit.
Yeah.
That we could pace ourselves.
Yeah.
So I had that, food came out in waves, which honestly, with a lot of restaurants, they bring it out when it's ready.
Yeah.
Right.
But like if there had been any strategy behind the waves that they brought this out in, it would have been nonsensical because like our chips and dips came after our tacos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is just
it's always
odd.
Nice to kind of get your appetizer first.
Yeah. But again, here it's more of a side dish. Like appetizer isn't a thing at fast casual.
Okay. Well, then that's my bad because for whatever reason, so many Tex-Mex, the first thing when you sit down, you get chips and you get your salsa.
Yeah. And it is interesting that that was one that they didn't have ready with, like if they had at least brought it with our tacos, I'd have been like, okay, cool. This makes sense.
Yeah.
The fact that it came after was just like, don't you just usually have these things kind of
ready to go?
Yeah. Ready to go.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Well, that's everything that's not good. Let's talk about everything that's just there.
This is a weird one. I'm not quite sure what to say about it. Yeah. This is for the stuff that is just there.
So for me, the Brushfire I mentioned, the heat of the sauce was actually a lot. And I like heat. I do. This kind of overpowered the flavor of other things.
And we're specifically talking about the Brushfire.
Yes. The Diablo salsa.
Right. So there was sour cream and mango. Did you have both of those?
I don't enjoy sour cream. I did have the mango.
I kind of think that would have made the difference because it's really the creamy cooling element you almost need to enjoy a jerk taco, period.
Well, and I know that, milk, dairy is what you chase peppers with because you want to, fight against the capsaicin.
Yep.
So, sure. But I did enjoy the flavor of the Diablo sauce. I just felt it dominated the other flavors too much for me. The chicken was tender. Jamaican jerk isn't my favorite spice blend in general.
Not me either.
Yeah.
But you add a little mango to that and that little bit of sweetness. I thought it was a great combination.
Sure. While I did have this on the cusp between just there and good, I do have to say your mileage will vary just depending on how much you like Jamaican jerk, if you like sour cream, whatever it is. Just for my palate, it didn't perform as highly as the other tacos. That said, I would eat one of these again, and I'm not going to talk someone out of it.
You wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah. And then the other taco that we got, I have in just there, and it sounds like you did too because you haven't brought it up yet. The Baja shrimp taco.
And on the Baja shrimp taco, I actually tasted both the fried shrimp as well as the grilled shrimp taco. And I will say my favorite protein is shrimp.
Yeah.
So I eat shrimp a lot. And both of them were just there.
Yeah.
So the thing I probably was most disappointed across the board were the shrimp tacos.
Yeah, and shrimp taco is very tasty. I do also love like a fried fish taco, which we didn't do. Actually, we have their menu right here. We can actually check.
I don't think
they have a seared ahi tuna. They have a cornmeal crusted catfish taco.
That might have been really
good. They have a blackened salmon taco.
I'm not a blackened seasoning person.
Sure. They do have fish options.
Okay.
Shrimp sounded good.
It
like
sure
before
did.
we got it. So I was just like, let's try their shrimp taco.
Yeah.
The one that I tried was the grilled shrimp because Joyce got a fried shrimp one and that one had cheese on it. And so you tried that. Cooked cabbage slaw, pickled onion, and jalapeno, cilantro, chipotle sauce, and lime. I thought the pickled stuff made it a little too sour for my personal tastes. The shrimp was fresh. I will say that. It wasn't like the best shrimp I've had by any means.
Yeah.
But it didn't taste like off or anything.
Yeah.
I just thought that the other stuff made it more sour than I wanted.
Yeah. I typically don't mind the pickling. I think I'm not a big chipotle sauce fan.
Okay. I like
that
chipotle sauce.
May have a little something to do with it, but I was not overwhelmed with the shrimp.
Okay.
I only had it at a 4. That was my worst
Okay.
scoring. With the shrimp. The
Yeah,
fried shrimp.
I had it at a 5.5.
Okay.
So not far from 4, but I didn't think it was, because that's like on the cusp of not good.
Yeah. That I don't think I finished it. I mean, I truly took a bite and I'm like, oh, and I eat a lot of shrimp, so
fair.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we also did get a lot of food, so like finishing everything
would have been impossible.
is is a marathon.
Yeah.
Well, that's everything for me. Is that everything for you? Is there anything else about the dining experience you want to bring up and talk about?
I think that's just about it. When we were talking about the threesome with the sauce, the tomatillo, that was delicious. And I don't think I threw that in there. That scoring wise was up there in the 9s.
The tomatillo?
The tomatillo sauce.
Yeah, they have a very good...
I was very surprised by that, where I'd go and just buy the sauce.
Torchy's is where I learned that I prefer salsa verde to just like a red sauce.
Yeah.
Red salsa.
It was delicious.
All right. Well, that's all of the components of our meal at Torchy's. We need to put it together into a rating. And Mom, I know you've been on the podcast before.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I only have my first-time guests calibrate their scales.
Okay.
But you're my mother. I'm just genuinely interested in hearing about the worst and best meals of your life at a restaurant. So we're going to jump into this week's Calibration Station.
Calibration Station. Comparing this meal to the best of the worst. Calibration Station. Chugga, 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 choo, choo.
Something you'd call a 0 out of 10 experience as a restaurant customer. Something you'd call a 10 out of 10 experience as a restaurant customer. You can start with whichever one you'd like.
Okay. The key word here is a meal experience, correct? Yeah. Dining experience.
Right. It's not just the food.
It's not just the food. So we had some visitors come to Austin, and we're excited about sharing one of our favorite burger joint experiences.
Sure.
We took a ride, a boat ride on
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. On the Colorado River, Lake Austin. And this happened to be the 5th of July.
5th of July, everyone's hungover.
So for us, we had one of those experiences. I know the food, so I knew the food would be good.
Yeah.
Our experience, again, wanting to impress someone that came to town, we had a waiter that took a drink order for us and did not return.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's hot out. 4th of July in Texas is probably 100-degree day, and did not return. And we had to call someone else over to say, hey, could you, find our waiter and see if we can get a drink.
Right.
Well, eventually we got a drink, and I'm not actually 100% sure our waiter delivered our drink. That it might have been another staff member, because it's been a few years. At some point, we saw our waiter. We ordered our food, and our food never came. So this was I know we've had those moments where Dad says, I need to speak with the manager.
My dad is the least satisfiable restaurant patron ever.
Well, this was extreme.
Sure.
Because if this is my least favorite.
I'm not saying bad experiences haven't happened. And at that point, it warrants either, saying something or whatever.
Yeah.
But his barometer for what is a bad experience is off.
Well, when you see, his demeanor change into, I need to call the manager, everybody usually goes, oh.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, food did not come. That was definitely, and I'll agree with him, time to ask the manager to come on over. He had to actually go into the parking lot, into the van of the employee that was missing to find him. And
the manager did, or Dad did?
No, the manager.
Okay, I was like, did my dad go to the parking lot and rip through people's cars?
It's probably better that he didn't. But yeah, the manager did have to go wake up our waiter, who obviously worked very hard on the 4th of July doing something. So needless to say, in this experience of our visitors meeting us for the first time, and again, someone we wanted to impress, they had to see kind of the worst in temper from my husband to start that experience. So I'm sure at some point we got our food. I don't think it was comped, but we might have got a free drink out of it, which is, we just wanted to have a nice experience, a nice boat ride, and enjoy dinner. So not receiving your meal and having to search out your waiter is not a situation.
Right.
So it wasn't about the quality of the food, but it was the experience that
hurdles.
Absolutely just hit rock bottom.
All right. And then what's your rock top?
That's actually an easy one.
Okay.
On our 25th wedding anniversary, we were at a nice restaurant in the hill country of Texas.
Uh-huh.
And we had a bottle of wine. And on that bottle of wine, there is this beautiful label of this castle in Italy.
Yeah.
And it became like, I want to go there. That was, was
the place in the picture.
That was like beautiful.
I feel that way about screensavers sometimes.
Yeah, I want to be
like
there.
You see something nice, you're like, oh wow, what would it be like to go? And you went into your computer, you chased into the screensaver.
I Googled the wine brand to find out they actually have the vineyard actually has a 14-room castle.
Yeah.
And a Michelin star restaurant.
Ooh.
Yeah. At the time we first went, and we've been a couple times.
Yeah.
We've been very fortunate. It achieved a Michelin star. So the experience basically is, a small dining room, full window of a castle lit at night, breathtaking, impeccable service, food. You have a wait staff that kind of wait in the shadows and line the walls. That
sounds too secret society for me.
No, they're not. Like, you'd have to, they stand and just watch to see, do we need to go fill a glass? But perfect. They are not over servicing you. They're there at the exact time you need it. And each plate was art, as in Europe is typical. My favorite dish, and there were so many bites, was a shrimp risotto that they made look like a pizza. So just the way that it was laid out was like, on a plate.
Yeah.
With the full shrimp. And it was just beginning to end, the experience, the view, the service. I wanted to transport to a meal experience. Castello Banfi in Tuscany, Italy.
Okay. Well, somewhere between living as a Disney princess eating in a castle and Cheech and Chong as your waiter, like a stoner comedy passed out in his van, lies our experience that we had at Torchy's Tacos.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put it to the Chili's test.
It's time to set the scale. Will it pass or will it fail? Is it the worst? Is it the best? Put it to the Chili's test.
Torchy's is a place that I've been looking forward to covering for a while. They are expanding at such a rate to where more people have heard of them now. They're still not in California. They're still not in a lot of places, but 16 states out of 50 is still pretty solid growth for something that started only 20 years ago. So I have a sense of pride for them being from Austin. Yeah. I love a place whose origin is a food truck. Mm-hmm. There's just something romantic about that idea of like someone literally had a dream and bought a trailer to execute it. Mm-hmm. And it has grown to something way more than I'm sure they ever imagined. And it sounds like from the history, they put in the hard work to do so. They've got really fun branding.
Mm-hmm.
They've got really solid tacos. They've got a really good churro.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the experience of being at Torchy's. That said, the places that I go for Mexican food are always going to be, for the most part, mom and pop restaurants. To me, that experience overshadows what a chain experience can offer most of the time. And the profound amount of things that they I had to go up and be like, hey, this was left out of our order. Hey, also we got churros. There were 3 or 4 trips back up to get our full order. It was brought in an order that was just difficult to consume everything warmly. It was still very solid.
Mm-hmm.
It was still what I would call good. It's not the best, but it's very solid, and I don't think any of my listeners would hate trying Torchy's.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely recommend it. I go 6.06 for Torchy's. How about you?
So for Torchy's, much to my experience on the boat at a hamburger restaurant the day after a holiday, I think we went to Torchy's
2 days after a holiday.
2 days after a holiday. So it felt quiet to me.
Yeah.
Which I think may have contributed to a couple things being amiss during our experience. I gave it a 7.27 because the strength of so many of those items were really fantastic for me. And the service was secondary in that type of restaurant.
And I'll also say the service was still very nice. No one had any problems with us being like, hey, this was left out. Hey, they never rolled their eyes. They never had any attitude about it.
Not at all.
Nothing tasted like spit,
Yeah.
So, I'm docking the service almost on the absolute value of just objectively, it's not great to leave items out, but they were still so pleasant to deal with and stuff like that.
It was a very nice evening.
Yeah.
I got to spend it with my son. I almost feel like I want to bump up my rating only because I am finding out for the first time just how popular Torchy's is by having 100 locations.
120-ish.
Yeah. So obviously it's very successful. Where you refer to preferring the mom and pops.
Yeah.
To me, I thought Torchy's was a mom and pop.
Well, and it started that. I mean, every restaurant starts in that place. But then as it expands, just by nature, things change.
But I must have blinked and all of a sudden it's this huge expansion. I remember the trailer.
Yeah.
So for me, I still associate it with the mom and pop, and you just tend to love it a little more.
Yeah, it's like it's like a band that you saw at a bar once is now becoming big, and you're like, oh, they're that band.
I remember when.
Yeah. Cool. So when you put your score together with my score, believe it or not, Torchy's Tacos scores a 6.666666. It could not be any more the devil.
Oh my gosh, that's...
And so I'm going to round up. It is 6.67.
Okay. That's actually a little creepy.
Right? So I was actually, I was very tickled when I saw that.
Wow. That is damn good, Michael.
Damn good. And it means that Torchy's Tacos is officially better than Chili's.
Better than the Chili's, objectively good.
All right, well, I got to go somewhere next week. Got to figure out where I want to review, where I want to dive into the history on. So I'm going to reach into the You Must bowl and pull out this piece of paper. Next week, I will be going to
Zaxby's.
Mom, thanks so much for joining me.
It was a pleasure.
It was so good getting to do another episode with you. It's been too long, and it's nice having you in the new set.
Yeah.
In this new place.
This is great.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell people you don't want them to follow you on social media, I assume.
I wouldn't be able to find you if I did.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Fine Dining Podcast. You can go to my Discord and chat with me. I'm super accessible. It's a fun little community there. I also have a Patreon. If you want to support the show directly, you'd get an exclusive episode every single month, the full extended Yelp from Strangers segments, occasional tastings and extra reviews, and a new segment I'm doing where each of my guests are going to tell me what their restaurant rotation is. In the meantime, that's another one in the books. I will see you all next week with a brand new episode. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fine day.
Well, there's another one in the books. We judge the service up to the cooks, and while we may have gotten a couple of dirty looks, no, the journey can never stop. Now from the bottom down to the top, we got a new MO and everything's unlocked. And that's 'cause Chili's to the letter to the T is the perfect cornerstone of mediocrity. So now we got a brand new kind of test. That's the words we gotta know, 'cause we should know yet. Triple dipper got the ribs, a main course, perfect little in the middle. It's good, now it's got to be the lock for what we use when we put things up on the charge. Yeah, mediocrity. So there's another one in the books. Yeah, there's another one in the books, and we will see you next week, baby.
Have a fine day.